Hey, it's Laura, everybody. Hey, hey, hey. Oh my goodness, wait. Where's my clapter machine? I'm naked without it. There we go. Hi, hi, hi.
Strangers in
Hi, strangers. You look gorgeous, as always. Oh, I didn't even turn on. Honestly, this always happens to me, kids, when I am like, I have too much time before the show starts, and I inevitably... invariably forget something. We've reconfigured here a little bit here on the Only Show set. You'll notice this. Yeah. Anyway, yours a little bit of eye candy for you here this evening on the program. So you're going to have to put up with me for a few minutes, and here's why. So we have introduced to our dog, I think, what is undoubtedly her favorite thing. Must be. It just absolutely has to be. So you probably, if you are a consumer of media of any sort, hi Fuzz, you have seen ads for this, like, human food grade dog food. There's one called Nom Nom. How adorable is that? One called Farmer's Dog. I don't even know which kind we get. Whatever they sell at fucking Costco. The dog has, like, it literally has changed everything. It's changed her entire game, right? So now, where she used to kind of lurk a little bit around dinner time, which we did not like. We didn't like that. And then she would like go and paw her bowl because, and she was like, I don't know if she was trying to signal us that like I would like something, better than this cardboard shit that is in my bowl currently. And well, and fair enough, right? Because that is not appetizing. I can only imagine the stuff that. By the way, I just finished eating. If I'm burping into your ears, please forgive. In any event, so we were just about to head in here together to start the fabulous broadcast, and we realized that.
Hello.
So the food. Hello, it's Laura.
What's happening?
Kathy, I hope you're on the mend, kid. Hope you're feeling a little better. Anyway, the food.
Kathy, did you stop coughing? This is very important.
We hope that you stopped coughing.
Jeez.
But the food comes in, what are called chubs, right? They're
I don't like calling it a chub.
But that's what we refer to it as.
Because then
the
you're
dog.
like, give the dog a chub, and
Give
I
the-
don't like.
give-
I don't like the sound of that. I don't like it.
And
I don't like
that doesn't. Hang on. Yeah, wait. Get it that way. Don't give our dog a chub, I think is what we're trying to express to you here. Listen, I can't hide this from hi, Ange. I can't hide from you guys the fact that I am bone crushingly tired. I am doing a medication switch again, and it's getting to the point in my life where, by golly, I need to stop taking any sort of medication to sleep. And it's one of those things where, and I don't know how much any of you have grappled with the big insomnia. Now, I'm guessing that because we're all roughly the same age, you probably have a little bit. The thing that is most disconcerting, because I can deal with a little bit of sleeplessness, it's like you're awake for a couple hours, you pull out the phone, it's like, Reddit, whatever. The thing that gets me, and that actually breaks my fucking spirit in the middle of the night, is that feeling where you're lying there and you feel the familiar tug of sleep. It's there. It's kind of lurking in the ether. It's just sort of, it's roughly here-ish, but you can't engage, and it is as if your brain has simply forgotten how to sleep. Has this happened to you? I hope for your sake it hasn't.
I hate it. I'll get there every night. Like I wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm wide awake. Oh, is it 1 a.m?
I've started going to bed earlier because I figure that's one way to actually get the sleep in when I can. But, I'll fall asleep around like 10:30 or 10:45 or whatever. And then I'll wake up and I'll think, oh, surely it must be like 3, 4 in the morning or whatever.
Yeah.
It's 12:30.
It's 12:45.
Yeah,
And I'm
exactly.
like, wait a minute. So I actually couldn't do anything right now because here's the thing. I didn't get enough sleep.
Right. So honestly,
the insomnia conundrum is that, you wake up, you're like, all right, well, I got 4 hours of sleep. So
Yeah.
I could get up.
Yeah, technically you could get up. Now, what you are going to observe tonight on this fabulous broadcast is essentially me not phoning it in. I would never do that. I would never simply phone it in. What you're going to experience from me tonight is something of like a sense memory, if you will. Right. So I've been, fortunate to, and you've been putting up with us doing this show for these 5+ years. Can it be? Isn't
5 years?
That's
yeah.
insane. 5 fucking years, man. It's almost our 5th anniversary. What are we gonna do?
When's the anniversary? Do we even know? Does
Yeah,
anyone
it
know?
was early April, I think, or
Okay.
mid March. So it's coming right up, 5 years. Anyway, we've been doing this long enough that we got a little bit of sense memory going on here. The synapses are firing such that I am just like, I don't even know what I'm saying right now. Am I making any sense at all?
You are.
Okay, good. That's good to know. How are y'all? How's everybody doing? Kathy says she's improving but still bletch. I'm sorry to hear that. That's no good.
I think she means black.
I'm sure that she does. I just decided to read. I decided to read it phonetically. Hi, Christina.
Did you get a new job, or did you just announce the new
Yeah.
job? It's
What's the
going
diff here?
on? I saw you on the LinkedIn.
Yeah.
I was there for once.
I don't. I was.
What was I doing there?
Every once in a while, I'll think of somebody who I haven't thought of in years, and I'll be like, oh, that guy. Yeah, he lived in the same dorm. He had one dorms with me in college. Let me just look him up, and it's just like, and you'll see.
He's on LinkedIn.
He's on LinkedIn, and he makes video games. That tracks. This guy. He actually. This guy.
Oh, you're talking about a real person.
Yeah, this guy.
Okay.
His name was Jonas. He lived in our dorm. He was kind of a funny. He played bass.
Our dorm.
Yes, our dorm. Yes,
Because we lived there at the same time.
You and I did not live
Angela
there
and
at
I
the
lived
very
there
same
at the
time.
same
You and
time.
Ange lived there. I lived there
You
5
lived there
years
at a
prior.
different time. Yeah.
Exactly. So this guy lived across the hall from me. He was noteworthy because he actually used to go around with a mannequin hand on beads, like a necklace.
Okay.
Jonas was this fella's name, and very funny guy. You would have to be in order to pull that off. Anyway, where was I going with this? So I look up Jonas. I'm like, what the heck happened to Jonas? And sure enough, of course, he's bald like me. Sorry to hear that. But he's on LinkedIn, and then I'm like, oh, let's see what he's up to. And I click the LinkedIn thing, and it's just like, you must sign up and sign in. I'm like, fuck that. Nope, not doing
run
that.
for your life.
No,
Yeah.
I won't do that. I don't. It's not worth it. It's not worth it to know what's happening with Jonas enough for me to sign on to LinkedIn. But Christina says she works for Alameda County Health Services, a clinician in behavioral health court. Think people with schizophrenia coming out of jail. How, Christina, you have the patience of a saint. How are you? I mean, I've always known this about you, of course, but how are you? How do you do this? I don't know how
Christina,
one would
did
do
you
a
just
job
start
like
that job, or is that the job
Right.
that you got at the end of last year and you've had that job now? How's that going?
Hello, David Salter. How's it
Hello.
going? So we're very happy that you're all here. Ange and Fuzz were away.
Yes.
They're back.
And Ange and Fuzz, I want you to know that last week in your she just got
Congratulations.
cough syrup with codeine.
Yeah. Cough syrup with codeine. Oh, do it on the rocks. Do it up, kid. Do it with little bitters, right? A little twist.
Especially because she never drinks, so that's
Oh.
gonna hit hard.
Honest to fucking God, I like when I get to take cough syrup, it is, and it's
enjoy that.
almost worth getting sick. almost worth getting sick to have that. Codeine is like a warm blanket. It's just like numbers. I love it. I love it so. So I'm sorry that it's come to that for you, Kathy, but certainly enjoy the ride. Anyway, so we're so happy that you guys are here. Let's do a show, shall we?
Stefan and Lori.
I'm gonna have this laminated. I have to at this point, right? This thing is
have to.
getting
It's filled with droplets.
it's filled with droplets.
Ange, I don't know if you know, but Dave was here last week, and he was so funny.
Dave, yes, Dave
Yeah.
of JD and
JD
Dave,
and Dave, yeah.
very, very,
So
very
funny. I don't know where he is right
I don't
now,
either.
but he
hope
almost
the fella
won.
shows up again.
He was
God
so
damn it,
funny.
very,
He
very
is
funny.
a comedian.
He is is he actually does he do stand up?
No, he's
No.
just a funny person.
You said that like maybe I missed that like maybe he actually did
a funny guy.
did stand up. Yeah. So Laura and I are watching this stand up special last night by this guy named Josh Johnson. He is he's been on the Daily Show. He's a young black guy. He's got very pretty dreads. He's actually a very pretty fella. He's kind of feminine features. Very, very beautiful guy. is and he's one of those comics that I really love. It's sort of like the philosopher comic who he'll just talk, right? It's very cool. He's been putting out a special a week on YouTube for a while now, so he just gets up and talks. And last night we watched a special of him talking about the origins of the Kendrick Drake beef. Do you guys know the details? I certainly didn't.
Ann says she loves Josh Johnson.
I love Josh
There you
Johnson.
go.
I think he's
Of course you do. Every time I go, oh my God, have you heard about this thing?
Angie's
like,
scooping you.
Doechii? Yeah,
got the
months
scoop.
ago, okay.
Yeah. Hi,
By
Carrie.
the way, get on the Doechii train. She's amazing.
Woo woo! It's leaving the station. Hop on the
Jeez.
Doechii Express. So Carrie, Eric, I assume Eric is with us. Carrie says she's been listening to a lot
This
of
week
audiobooks.
we're playing for
Playing for
the new
cookies and
Peeps.
cream Peeps, y'all. You're gonna want this prize. We're gonna be trying them here on the show tonight.
I drove to Walmart to get these, okay? So you're welcome.
Listen, it is. It is not easy to get to Walmart around here, nor I think is it a seamless experience going into one because Trumpers.
No.
You know, it's like you're
I had
kind
to
of
drive. First, I had to drive all the way across
scooters
town
on
in
every
the rain.
aisle, and yeah, it's not as you know. You've seen the memes about the people of Walmart. It's true here, even in blue Washington State. So. Her sacrifice, your gain tonight. Now listen.
Oh, so that's what we watched last night, the Kendrick and Drake video.
Yes. He's talking about. He also broke down the Kendrick Super Bowl performance, which I thought was really, really great. By the way, thought the performance was fantastic, and then I loved having somebody kind of go through and be like, okay, here's some of the subtext and things that you might not have known to look for. Things like Kendrick Lamar has a Pulitzer. Did you know? He's real smart.
you know? Yeah.
He's very, very smart man. Don't listen. I'm not going to get into a rap beef with Kendrick Lamar, and it seems like Drake came to regret that.
Well, apparently a lot of people are in a rap beef with Drake. There was a whole, that I could never do it justice.
So listen. I have a car that I bought it's a Jeep Cherokee. I love it dearly. It's paid off. Oh, how glorious. Isn't that lovely? Having a car that is paid off.
It is from 10 years ago.
It is. It's a 10-year-old car, and I don't give a shit. It runs
But
beautifully.
you drive like an old man.
I do. I've got it's.
What do you have? 30,000 miles.
It's
on
a
there now?
2015. I got about 30,000 miles.
Yeah.
On it. It's like new, right? But I haven't
Yeah.
replaced anything on it, and so I'm gonna run over to my mom's the other day, and I get in, load the dog in the car. The dog loves Nana Jen. Oh, loves to see my mom. loves her so much. And anyway, we're ready to pull out, and I just. Boop, and I go to start the thing up. Nope. And I'm like, the first thing that I noticed was the hatch didn't open. I'm like, oh, the motor to the hatch is broken. Oh, that sucks. I'm gonna have to deal with that. And then I go to start the fucking thing. It's like, oh. So then, Lauro has the presence of mind to call AAA. You have the presence of mind to call.
Yes, but
call
and
AAA.
Kathy, I did not show him that car yet. I just got home, but She texted me a photo of a car that is a Trumpy car, and it's a whole thing.
Oh, I'll want to see that.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm gonna have to explain it to you. I got home. He was at the gym.
Yeah.
Then we had dinner. Anyway, and now we're just caught up.
And now we're all caught up, kids. Yes,
So
we are.
I called AAA, and I'm hoping it's gonna be Steve the tow truck guy.
We're hoping for Tow Truck Steve, right?
Tow
that's
truck
what
Steve
we're hoping for.
from 2020.
Tow Truck Steve. We have photos. We have photographic
wasn't,
evidence.
though. It was
It
another
wasn't.
guy.
It wasn't Steve. So anyway, so she calls this guy, and the whole conversation is predicated on. Can you come to our home? And then also, because the battery appears to maybe be dead, can you charge it? And then if you can,
I think the battery's dead. Do you guys replace batteries, right?
replace
And they're like,
batteries.
yeah, we do. And I was like, okay,
Told
so
them make a
first
model,
you're gonna. It was making
year,
it's making that noise, that clicky noise
Right,
when
right.
your battery doesn't have quite enough juice, right?
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
doing all the things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so what I need for you to do is, I need you to come here. Test if it's the battery, and then if it is, replace
Replace
the
the
battery.
battery. Yeah, exactly. Replace the
So
dead battery.
AAA has one job, right?
Well, the two technically, but
Two
yeah, the most
jobs,
important
right.
thing is to replace. So he comes
They
out.
say we'll be there in an hour. They're
Which,
there
of course,
in 2 hours.
means, of
That's
course,
fine.
we speak
AAA,
AAA.
It takes 2 hours.
We
right?
speak fluent
okay.
AAA. We understand.
The guy comes and he goes, "Here we go," and he jumps it, and it was like,
Starts
"Indeed,
right up.
it is the battery."
And then he
right?
does a draw, or like one of those tests. It just shows there was like a readout on his phone. Look, yeah, your battery's fucking dead. I'm like, yeah, it's
your
10 years old.
battery's
I've never
10 years old.
replaced
You need a
it.
new battery. And then he goes, "Go ahead."
He said, but yeah, but I didn't bring the battery. So here's what you're going to have to do.
I didn't bring that battery.
I didn't bring that battery.
one. Now, they ask you for the year, make, and model of your car,
For a
right?
reason, you presumably.
Because they're going to put the battery. And he goes, I didn't bring that battery.
I am.
What did you do then?
Yeah, I don't know.
You drove here?
He drove there. He managed to put his pants on.
You had one
morning.
job, and
Yeah.
that was to bring the battery.
So then he's like, well, here's what you have to do. You have to call AAA again at 8:30 tomorrow morning. Ask for me, and then I'll be out in a couple hours. I'm like, no. No, so then I'm like...
So he comes back in and he goes, oh, well, that guy didn't bring that battery. And I'm like, I'm glad I didn't hear that when I was outside.
Yeah, because Laura would have,
fucking lost it.
the only dogs would have been able to hear her response.
I'm sorry, your job is to bring that battery. That's your
what
job.
I'm talking about that precise tone. It's sort of the opposite of the brown note that Lou Reed was always trying to achieve with his music. So then I'm like, this is ridiculous. Just start the fucking car again. I'm going to take it to Chevron. So I took it to Chevron because I had to do everything myself. Why did Lori and I and you really? Why do I have to fucking do everything around here? Why do I have to fucking do everything around here? God damn it! Listen, we're doubly cursed too because we're middle aged and we're Gen X, right? Of course we're gonna have to fucking do everything.
I have to do everything? Do I have to call up and wait the 2 hours
and then the
say,
next fucking
remember
morning,
to bring the battery that I told you to bring?
And when you don't, then I have to call you back.
I said to bring the
next
battery.
morning? Yeah, you
right?
did. Yeah.
Did I have to say to bring the battery? And then when the guy got there, I had to say, do you have the battery?
Yeah,
do you have the battery?
Young man. Yeah. Did you bring enough for the whole class?
But you know what he didn't have? He didn't have the battery.
Didn't have the fucking battery. Yeah, it's Obama's fault.
Right.
That's exactly right.
Sure.
Now listen, there have been other instances where recently where you and I have just had to kind of take on the mantle of responsibility because that is simply the way that things are shaking out for us. Am I right?
Oh my God. Why do I have to do everything? Because of white privilege.
White privilege, exactly.
That's
Yes.
right.
That is true.
A guy came to fix the fireplace, and I was like, he was like, well, did you turn the gas, whatever? And the gas fireplace was broken. It was leaking. It was making a smell. And then he goes,
not healthy.
Well, do you have this one part? And I'm like, what do
What do we look like here?
Do I look like I have a part to
we a
fireplace?
A fireplace, a gas fireplace parts? Yeah, let me look around and back. Yeah, hang on. Let me check. You got the serial number?
He said,
let me go and
this one valve has gone out. Do you? And I'm like, are you what?
I don't know.
And then he said, well, I have it. Unless you have a spare one.
Yes, of course. We have a spare part for the, what kind of talk is that?
I'm
sir?
project managing this business, okay? I don't know what you're talking about.
Hi, Mom. Hi.
And then he said, well, it needs another part. And I said, so it's going to take another 2 weeks? Because I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
Everything takes 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Just leave it off. I don't care. I just freeze to death in here. He goes, no, I happen to have it. And I'm like, oh, great.
Fabulous.
Right.
But we have to fucking do everything around here. So it's Obama's fault. White privilege, customer service, and being good at your job died with COVID. It would appear. Because the damn kids are on the lawn.
That's right.
Lula, our dog, does not have opposable thumbs. She doesn't. I've checked. Let's see, because Eric is busy. Yeah, that's exactly right.
That's exactly right.
Because you'd rather avoid dealing with random people, or you'd rather deal with random people. Let's see, because you have the talent and taste. Hi, Shauna. How do? Sorry, I have a headache because everyone is out for themselves. Scott Coates.
I don't know.
Scott? Do we have an update? on
what's going on with that mannequin?
We got to know what's going on with that fucking mannequin, Scott. And says 2020 is the decade of self-service. Oh my God, all of these are right, but I'm gonna give it to Carrie because Eric is busy. And where is Eric, by the way? Is he busy? Is he?
No, like we almost
engaged?
texted Eric to say, "Hey, do you have a car jumper thing?" But then we texted our neighbor, and he had a car jumper thing. Whatever.
Yeah.
So he's out of town, and who cares?
So Laura has taken to watching these videos in the middle of the night that are not exactly relaxing. Basically, they're videos about the ocean.
Sorry,
right?
who won that round?
That was Carrie.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
That was one.
All right, I'm all caught up now.
Terrence Atwood.
So Terrence. So I'm unfortunately, I'm on Ocean Talk now, where I didn't ask for this. I don't want it. The ocean makes me nervous. If you know anything about
her,
I don't like a boat.
She's not a water
I don't like
gal.
a pool. I don't even like a deep bathtub, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I hate the ocean. I don't hate it. I mean, I like that it's there. I just don't want to be out on it. So I am shown on a daily basis, like, look what happened when I had an encounter with a whale. I'm like, you're an idiot.
How did you happen to get on this algorithm?
I clicked on one thing.
Yeah.
It was like, what happened? What kind of fish is this? And I was like, oh, I like a fish. And then I clicked on it, and now I'm on Ocean Talk.
I see how that goes. So anyway, so she's been getting a lot of nautical videos, and then she happens, there was this terrifying video, of course, that most of you have probably seen, where the guy gets swallowed by the fucking whale. He's kayaking in the middle of the ocean.
Last week.
Right. And then there's also a video that you sent me around today that was a guy, again, on a kayak, and a giant blue whale comes out of the water and goes slam right next to him. Inches from death, this gentleman.
Right? And then there's one where someone's a paddle boarder and an orca comes up, and I'm like, what are you doing on a paddle board in the ocean?
Now
that's on you.
This is somewhat related, but they're apparently in Miami. They've got this. This
is insane, and I hate everyone involved in this.
So basically, they've constructed this underwater tube that you can walk through, and the water is filled with giant attacking alligators. And so this lovely couple decides to do this with their child.
No. Babe, look! Oh my God! Matt, come here! Oh my God!
Yes, parents of the fucking year.
So what you did was
parents of the fucking year.
You took your child in a glass tube, that's tiny tube, and then the crocodile scary alligator. I don't know the difference. Then it
alligators are the ones who swim. I think crocodiles are
your
land.
Child.
Yeah,
no.
That kid's gonna be telling a therapist in about 10 years from now.
Okay, when you're the mother and you let out that scream, you feel that scream coming. Mm-hmm. You put that scream back inside because what you did was you traumatized your kid.
Guess what? You know, they say that, with every parent says, I'm going to make some mistakes. I'll definitely be making some mistakes. I know they will. That was a fucking unforced error. I'm sorry. That one was
Here's the mistake. You take your kid in that tube. You're committing to when you get scared, you go, oh my God, how silly. And then you just proceed on through.
So in every instance.
She made that kid cry. That's why I'm mad about that video.
Absolutely. In every instance. What did you think was going to happen? What did you think was going to happen? Good Lord, people. Honestly. And we wonder why we've succumbed to authoritarianism. Oh, could it be the average IQ of our population?
What did she think was going to happen?
What did she think was going to happen?
Did she think, I'm scared of alligator? Is that a crocodile? I don't know.
So alligators swim and crocodiles are on land, right? Yeah. So that's how that.
So that's an alligator?
Those are alligators.
Sure.
Ginormous fucking alligators.
Yeah, and you're in a tiny tube, and this is all in Miami. If you want to go there,
now,
go ahead.
And something also just occurred to me. So that kid is freaked out and he's running for shelter, and those parents are too afraid to go after him.
He ran the other way.
What the fuck?
He's like 2 years old. The kid's scarred for life.
That kid is
because you thought, here's an adventure we're gonna go do. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, but if you took that kid in that tube, it's your job to be like, oh, this is so fun.
Yes, that's exactly. Whoa, look at this. Oh, he's trying to give you a kiss.
How silly.
He wants to give you a hug with his teeth.
Your heart is pounding, and
oh my God.
Put on a brave face, man. This was your idea. That kid can't drive.
I'm not entirely sure anybody's gonna be able to come up with anything funny for this round because everybody's spitting mad over this.
Yeah, over those terrible parents, right?
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm right there with you.
We can skip this.
Yeah. Let's see. So, test tube baby, says Scott. They both go in water, but size and snout shape are different. Oh, Kathy, thank you for schooling me. I thought only alligators swam. The mermaid would save him. They thought the mermaid was going to save him. I thought being
the glass would break and then snack time. It looks like the glass could break.
Actually, I think Christina's got the winning answer with she thought being cruel to her child would be on brand for Florida.
That's exactly right.
The glass would break, and then snack time. Alligators are primarily in freshwater and crudités in brackish. How about that?
Wow.
I think now
someone's
I'm pretty sure that you meant crocodiles in brackish water, but I like crudités in brackish.
What's brackish? Is that somewhat salty?
Yeah, it's sort of median. It's like why they have the locks in Seattle. You see, because the water between the freshwater lakes and the brackish water,
and then the brackish.
Hey,
okay. All right,
you learn something every day. All right, so who are you going to give it to, dear Laura?
I'm giving it to Christina for that's on
right.
brand for Florida.
So you guys are aware that we are aware of one Harpo the Clown. Of course we are. And it is still, to this day, to Laura's chagrin, that she grew up in the same town as this guy, and he was active during the time that she was a young child, and she only found out about him while we're doing the show.
5 years ago.
Thanks, Jeff Fortune.
But
right?
we
made up for lost time.
But last year we went on a Harpo quest.
We made up for lost time. Now, if
he knows me now.
If you are a Harpo fan, and we know you are, you'll want this as part of your art collection. Oh yes, indeed. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Yes. And if you zoom in, he's wearing a button that says, "I heart kids. I heart kids." Now listen. I don't really. First of all, does anybody actually like clowns? The only thing that you ever hear
I love clowns.
Are stories. But you like them ironically. You don't like them unironically. You don't love them because they're jolly and fun.
No,
you like the inherent paradox.
I like them because they were tragic.
Yeah, you like the inherent paradox in a clown. In fact, I think you wrote your master's thesis on the clown.
Is that tonight's prize? No.
No. That is not tonight's prize. We got peeps for you,
Cookies
kids.
and cream peeps.
But anyway.
Besides, that clown portrait is $81. I don't know if anyone's going in that hard.
But if you're collecting, what other works are there of art? Other works of art featuring Harpo? What other works of art feature our dear friend Harpo the Clown? Yes, we met him. He has 40 of my dollars. I gave him $40. Yeah.
At least 40 of your dollars. Right?
Angela hates clowns. Clowns are scary as fuck. You never hear about somebody unironically liking clowns. And by that I mean most of us put up with them. Right? Even as a kid, I was like, okay, I guess this is kind of part of the whole thing. My grandfather
clowns in a
took
what's
me to
going
them.
on here kind of way.
Sure, yeah,
You know?
but I don't think there aren't adults who are just like, you know what, outside of like, say, the Cirque du Soleil, like then, there are clowns that are stylish and they can, like literally have, fellatio with themselves. Back then. But for the most part, clowns are, you either like them ironically, as Laura does, or you fucking hate them, as Ange, and most people do. So I don't really understand, why are we still making clowns? Right? What do we got?
Pin it.
Pin it. Oh, shit.
First of all, pin
Forgot to pin it.
Because Ange answered Guernica.
Oh, that's good. Where the
Guernica?
fuck? Guernica. Wait, where the fuck is it? Oh, there we go. Other works of art featuring Harpo, Guernica, says Ange. Oh, God, I'm going to burp. There are great clown schools in the Bay Area, and people are attending them. Somebody has class there on Monday. Why?
Oh, geez. Fuzz says, I imagine quite a few portraits could be on Only Clowns with a Z. Is that a business we should start right now?
We should start that right now.
Clown porn.
Palm Springs themed condoms. Sure, why not?
Let's do that.
Starry Harpoon Night. Let's see. My boyfriend in college cheated on me with a clown from Cirque du Soleil. Listen, I can't.
Stop
Christina,
the press.
Christina, I just have to tell you, I'm sure there are things that clown could do that you simply could not do, and unless you are able to detach ribs or whatever. She just I'm sure the fellow was just.
I feel like clowns and acrobats are different. The clown is just a one running out going yip-a-dip-a-dip.
But all the clowns, everybody in Cirque du Soleil has to be able to do a back bend and look out out between their legs, right? Kink.com says Shauna Merkins, the bidet at the nest. Oh God,
that's right on.
That's funny. The Scream, Bernini's Rape of Persephone. Wow, that's an art joke, and I love a good art joke. That's fabulous. Really great answers on this round, including.
Shauna has linked us over to a thing that you should not click because it's going to take you to actual porn.
All right.
Don't do that.
All right.
Send you there.
All of Elon's kids had Harpo on their diapers. I saw. So one of the people that Elon had babies with was this.
Reporter.
Avant-garde pop singer named Grimes, who goes by the name Grimes, Claire something or other, but she goes by Grimes. And she had tweeted, Elon, we have to talk about our child's, medical crisis. Get back to me. I'm like, girl, You
What
had
did
to
you
know.
think was going
What
to
the fuck
happen?
did you think was going to happen?
They have 3 kids.
Absolutely insane. Yeah, 3.
The-
It's
one
not,
of-
it wasn't like just a
One
one
of her
night thing.
kids was that was the kid in the White House
I know.
yelling at Trump.
I can't talk about it, or I'm gonna get fucking angry. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Kathy for the bidet at the nest.
Kathy, one of these days we're gonna go to the nest. Oh, Shauna, it's fine. I'm just warning other people. That,
No. Totally fine, kid.
I don't care.
Absolutely fine. Listen. Somebody wants to know, how should I prepare my kale? I hate kale. There's really only one answer. And well, ultimately butter, I think. You know, if you really don't like anything, just prepare it in lots of butter, or throw it away. Anyway, what's for dinner? What's for dinner? I was just about. I think I'm in the clear, but I almost had hiccups.
Oh, jeez.
That would make tonight's show interesting, I guess we could say. Never actually had hiccups in any sort of performance capacity.
I have 4 hiccups.
You've had them tonight.
No, I always just only have 4
That's
hiccups.
that's true. I've never
Yeah.
known you to actually get proper hiccups.
No, I'll hiccup 4 times, and then I'll go, stop it!
And we
And then
are
it does.
not the try to startle the other person out of the hiccups kind of family. We are not that. We would
don't do
never
that.
we do
don't
not do that.
We actually, it's
And
really
don't
interesting.
and don't get any ideas.
It's
Don't
really
get any
interesting.
ideas.
I was just at this like block party, dinner party thing,
Yeah.
and these other 2 couples were talking about how they prank each other, and I'm like, oh, we don't do that.
No, because we like being married, you see, and
No.
we're a nervous people.
The other two couples, they were like, oh yeah, I did this thing where I woke up early and set this thing up, and it scared him, and I'm like, we don't do
Was
that.
it them next door?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They
you're
scare
inviting
each other.
You are inviting retaliation, and it escalates.
I don't-
These sorts of things escalate until the
No.
next thing you know,
And
you're
you know,
serving
the
each other
Atwoods have
papers.
pranked each other.
Oh, I know.
We just don't. I don't know if you've heard me scream when I'm startled. I scream until I stop. I can't stop.
Me too.
Until,
I can't.
it's,
I got to scream it out. I have to fucking
Yeah.
scream it out. Shauna says,
Scary.
fry it. Actually, the kale chips, quite delicious, inexplicably delicious, to the point where I'm like, why would you have them any other way? Why would you ingest kale in any other way? Particularly when they put the stuff on there that tastes like nacho cheese. That's good stuff. Let's see. The apple did not fall far from the tree, says Kathy. Wash it and then throw it in the garbage, says my mom. That's exactly right.
I like kale. Am I the only one?
You might be one of the few.
Okay.
Let's see. Despair and cough syrup is what's for dinner, says Kathy. Nom nom chubs. Yes.
Nom nom
That was
chubs.
for Lou. That was her thing. Hey, look. And there you go.
Shit.
Yeah.
You have the bye-bye arm? Oh my god, you guys, this is apropos of absolutely nothing we're talking about. I take him in my car to go and get his battery changed because now because the AAA guy didn't have the battery,
Like,
so we
fuck
had to
this.
go
Yeah.
to the service station.
With that. Yeah.
And he goes, "Why do you have tweezers in your car?"
Why did she have tweezers in her car, you may ask? And I
And
found
hold
out that-
on, let me just ask every middle-aged woman, why do
Ladies.
you have tweezers in your car?
And so apparently it's to dispatch with errant hairs that grow hither and yon on one's visage once you get past a certain age.
Right.
Yeah. So there you go.
I'm like, how dare you even ask that? Why don't you have tweezers in your car?
Nom nom chubs, by the way, sounds like a sexual act, I think. You got to ask for it. You got to ask really nicely. Take her to dinner first, gentlemen. Let's see. That is my least favorite question. What's for dinner is Scott's least favorite question. And hates scarers. Yes. Shauna and I berate each other out of hiccups. It is a joke. We frightened someone once who asked if I was okay. Let's see. We're eating rich today. 3 egg omelets. Hey, we
That's
had
what we
omelets
had.
tonight too.
We had omelets. I'm going to give it to David for leftovers because that's what we had.
We had
We had
leftover
omelets.
leftovers.
We had
Yeah.
leftover omelets.
That's exactly right. Whatever you're making, says Scott, they spring up on instant warm porch meat, says my mom. Bonnie's chub.
We haven't checked in on Bonnie in a while.
So now listen, there is a haircut that is making a comeback. I saw a kid with it the other day, and then Lori happened to see this fellow at, where's this, Home Depot or Costco?
Costco. He was demoing pans.
I
And I was
do-
like, what's this hair configuration?
So of course, I take this sort of
yes,
thing very
I love to
personally.
take pictures of people's hair and text them to stuff.
I take this
just-
very personally because this gentleman has a nice full head of hair, and he is opting to do that with it. I take that very, very personally. In any event, I don't know why this. I don't know what this hair wants. I don't know what it's doing, and I don't know why it seems to be popular among people who are like Gen Z.
Does anyone
roughly
here have this hair?
Age. I don't
first
believe
of all?
so. I don't believe we do. And if you do, my apologies.
Scott has nice hair. Maybe he's doing that with his hair.
Name this haircut. Let's name it. It's not quite a mullet. There's something else going on.
It's a shave it.
A skullet? I don't know.
Skullet. Fox said something really good. Bacon, salami, and prosciutto souffle with a side of kale. Is that what you made for dinner?
Listen,
Hello?
honestly, you could combine those ingredients with a bowl full of shoelaces, and that would be delicious, right? Come on, it's absolutely fabulous.
Is that the new mullet?
Scott says it's.
Scott, do you have that haircut?
It's called the Help Me, says Shauna.
It's called the Help Me.
The musket, says my mom. That's very funny. I like that. It's the Oops.
It's called the I don't have a woman to say. That doesn't look good.
I think it's called the Incel.
Throw that out.
Honestly, I think that's definitely called. Love Me, says Shauna, or at the very least, have something to do with me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have a other person to say, like any other person.
That's what that does
would
say.
to them, that don't look good.
No.
You grow that out.
Sure, no. Let's see. Back to the basement. Musket, help me. It's the Oops. Love Me. Airport runway. Is this you? This is you.
This is you.
This is me? Mm-hmm. Oh, golly. Okay. I'm going to give it to my mom for a musket. I thought that was a good, pretty inspired answer. Shotgun wedding and a stain on my shirt haircut, for sure. So while Laura was out, and she does send me photos of things because, or you guys want some candy, little girl. Yeah, definitely is. That's a super short eyes haircut.
Studio 1854.
That's good. That's very funny. Yeah, they got a rope line around the Alamo. Laura will send me photos of things, and because she wants to encourage you all to do the same to her. When you see strange things out in the wild,
Why don't you send them to me?
you got to send them to that
I'm
one
the
there.
one that would think it's funny.
You happened to see this the other day. Cat on a leash. Cat on a leash. Was that Fred Meyer? Was that what the one that was? Yeah.
What does that cat want?
Yeah. Well, what is that cat thinking? What is that cat thinking? Cat on a leash. Just hanging out at fucking Fred Meyer.
I came around the corner and here's a cat, and
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So first of all, a cat is dangerous to me. Like I
Well,
feel
sure.
like
You'll
a
instantly
cat
start sneezing.
Well, yeah, but I feel like a cat at any point, even though it's on a leash, is going to go, I'm a cat. Like it's going to harm you.
This is the thing that I've always found troubling about our friends at felines, and that is they turn on a fucking dime, and you never have any warning. It's like 1 minute you're having they're purring, you're having a nice moment, and the next thing they're all needles and claws, and your arm is bleeding with scratch marks,
They're
and I'm
doing
like,
that thing where
what?
they're biting and pulling,
And they're kicking with their back legs,
with their back and pulling with their front
and
because they're trying to kill you.
Throwing it across the room where it lands on its feet.
Yeah,
That's what it does.
that's right. Don't fucking look at me.
Let's see. I can't wait to motorboat the Nom Nom Chub. Boy, fellas, am I right? You hear that and get your juices flowing, doesn't it?
That cat it does look a little bit like
I'm gonna fuck you up.
savage, like he's going to hurt you.
Yeah, talk to my master first. Where is the nearest dungeon? Sure.
Like he's
the
guarding
dungeon
that
cat.
beef jerky.
He is. Like, yeah, grab some of this Jack's Links at your peril there, bub.
His owner was just kind of like checking out, but I was like, I don't know. I don't think so. Like, I don't like it.
My mom is like, "What? Why do I have to do everything?" Yeah, exactly. The cat has the same set of responsibilities that we do. You have to sleep sometime. You'll regret this decision. You're happy I'm on a leash, pal. Yeah. Let's see. Santa said there were open auditions. You don't like him much, but who the hell are all these other idiots? Yeah, cats. That's exactly how cats feel about people. He looks like he's pulling that loaded card. He kind of does. This one, the cats in Oregon have the avian flu. Well, that's not good. Here, Laura.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Can you get that from a cat? Can you get the bird flu from a cat? One hopes
I'm
not.
gonna give it to Jan for. Why do I have to do everything?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
God.
do everything. So
Cat. I want to be home, pooping in a box. I don't know what cats do. What do cats
they do. They poop in that is one of the things that makes cat a non-starter for me is the fact that it poops in your house.
We have this discussion every week. Like cat people are like, oh my God, cats are so great, and I'm like, how?
Qualify that sentence for me in a way that actually appeals to me, because I don't hear it, I don't see it.
And
Doesn't
then
make sense to me.
they move on to my cat's like a dog.
Yeah, exactly. But then get a dog. If your cat's like a dog, you could cut out the middleman and just get an animal that's actually a dog. So you guys have heard us talk about one Hilaria Hillary Baldwin, N-E-E, Hillary Baldwin. She is the woman who is married to Alec Baldwin.
Hilaria Baldwin?
The actor, and she is from Boston. She's from Boston. She grew up in fucking Boston.
Spanish.
She speaks with a fake Spanish accent. She identifies as Spanish. Every single member of her family, she has no Spanish heritage to speak of. Her maiden name was like Thomas. So she's nothing going on. But anyway, she's got this weird public persona, which actually is very on brand for Alec Baldwin, because like he's a fucking head case. But so he's married to this woman for I don't even know how many years. And
they have 7 kids.
That's a lot of fucking kids. So Hilaria has been, cranking out the niños and niñas. And so the other day, she claims to have forgotten the English word for cucumber in an interview and kept saying, cucumber, how you say? She's like, what is the word for how you say? She literally said, this woman who grew up in fucking Boston.
How you say?
Boston's like, how you say. Anyway, Laura and I did, like, after we stopped laughing, we're like, yeah, sometimes we forget words as well. What did you forget the word for? What did you forget the word for? Like Hilaria Baldwin. Hilaria Baldwin.
What was I stuck on the other day? It was like culturally illiterate. Like I couldn't think of the word. There is no word for that.
Yeah,
right?
it was somebody who, it was sort of like a cultural Luddite.
Right, like a person who didn't know about a thing. Like
right.
Now I can't remember the context of it.
I don't remember the context of it either, but basically that was it. It was somebody who was either unintentionally or intentionally ignorant of something that was happening in pop culture. And you're like, what is the word for? And don't answer in this, because we're only confusing you. But we couldn't, in our minds, come up with the word for what it means to be, I think, culturally illiterate was, there doesn't seem to be a German word, like.
Oh, there probably is a German word.
I'm saying, but we don't have a German, we don't have a German style word that's like, 120 letters long. It's the size of a paragraph. Guten Schneebenstein, guten Sittenfladenbrast. Right, that's, oh, sure, of course.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. What did you forget the word for? I don't know. I forgot, says Kathy. That's a fair answer. What round is this? Is this 6 or 7?
This is 7.
Then this would be mine, and this would be mine, and this round belongs to me. Ba, ba. Hey, look, we're recording. We're on the air. We're on the air. Ladies and gentlemen, STTV.
You forgot the word for yeet. Oh, did you forget everyone's name? I hate that.
That's what I do. Honestly, and there's a very real and quite relatable and understandable reason why you forget somebody's name when you first meet them, and that is because you're far more concerned about how you yourself are coming across in that interaction. So the only thing is like, hi, my name is like, oh, hi, my name is, and all you're thinking is, what is this person seeing when they're looking at me? And then, like, I think people who are able to remember names immediately without like mnemonic devices might be sociopaths.
Oh, right, because they don't care what you think of them.
Don't care at all. Don't even care. Let's see. So yeah, everyone's name. I don't know. I forgot. What did you forget the word for? The word for bring the battery. Let's see. E-democracy. Let's see. Damn, I lost the show on my computer. My mom, she forgot the word for that.
But she's back.
But she's back. She's back, and she's better than ever. Self-regulation, ex-husband, happiness, the street on which I live. I have often walked down this street before, but the pavement always stays.
So Ange and Fuzz were on a cruise last week, and I was following them in the Find My Phone.
Yeah.
Because we all have each other in the Find My Phone.
Yeah, you can see what ports of call.
So, Eric says, I'm just not ready to commit to a relationship with them.
So Eric, are you taking this personally? Are you saying that I am purporting that you yourself are a sociopath because you remember people's names? Is that what I'm getting?
Oh, maybe.
Let's see. I forgot the word for America. I think America. Forgot the word for America.
Anyway, I was tracking Ange and Fuzz on their cruise, and half the time they were over near Mexico, and I'm like, how does that work? They started in
the Gulf of America? Were you sailing in the Gulf of America?
And I was like, I would like to file a complaint against the Gulf of America.
Well, speaking of Ange, she wins this round for Bring the Battery. So it's time for our taste test.
Okay.
I'm ready to do this. By the way, we're very happy that you're all here with us tonight. Thank you for putting up with my brain, such as it is. I am doing a little bit of sense memory here, doing the show tonight because I think I'm operating on maybe about 2.5 hours of sleep.
Here's a churro peep.
Yeah, these are delicious. So these, do we have the packaging? We don't have the packaging.
Oh,
anyway,
I do.
These are Peeps that are flavored like churros.
And then here's the.
Oh, it's magnificent.
Is that one good?
Oh, it's
Does it
fucking
taste
amazing.
like a sopapilla? I like a peep better when I microwave it first.
Sopapillas.
Oh, that's good.
That's very, very good.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how much it actually tastes like a churro, but it's delicious. It basically tastes like a peep coated in brown sugar and
Okay, but
cinnamon.
which one's better? This one's gonna be the best.
Okay, so these are so
and
this is the
cream.
cookies and cream one. Get a load of that, huh? I can't believe it. Why am I eating the whole
This is
thing?
gonna be good. I taste nothing. Do I have COVID?
Well, I'm waiting for the
chocolate to hit.
the cookies part. I'm getting the cream part, but I'm not getting really the
Okay.
the cookies part. It's good. It's good, but
It's fine.
I'm gonna give that round a churro. I think.
Yeah, churro's better.
Yeah. Anyway, just in time for Easter, blank flavored Peeps.
I'm gonna eat the rest of this though.
Yeah. No, don't let that go to waste. Just in time for Easter, ladies and gentlemen. Just in time for Easter, blank flavored Peeps. You may have noticed, by the way, that we've reconfigured our shelves here a little bit. A lot of things from one Jan Cox. That C came from my mom. These two items right up here.
That's pretty good.
The wacky waving inflatable tube guy. This, of course, is my my Sabotage Beastie Boys action figure. My mom got us this little talking bunny. Of course, you see one. Well, 8 Ball Pope is still hanging out.
The Last Supper peeps.
The last.
Bunny Rabbit peeps.
Oh, sure. I'm hunting bunny. Wait a second. David and that's so funny. David and Kathy both said bunny. There you go.
Zombie Jesus peeps.
Be very
What
quiet.
would that taste like?
Bread and wine, I guess. I don't know.
I did
Spoiled
earlier
bread
say-
and wine.
I did earlier say that I was going to open a exercise studio called Conscious Pilates.
Conscious, because every time, because I do this series of workouts, and one of them is like a modified Pilates workout. I always refer to it as Pontius Pilates. And then Laura took it a step further down the pun trail, and it's like, yeah, I think I would like to open up a Pilates studio called Conscious Pilates. I like that. Yes, doing.
How many people would get that joke? Nobody.
Well, no. Listen, your Lord and Savior also had ripped abs. How do you think he got those ripped abs? Am I right?
Starring Steve Jesus.
Starring Steve Jesus, exactly. And listen, if you've been to a Catholic church in Europe, the gory kinds where he's up there on the cross, usually he's got some abs going on, right? So he's doing his Pilates. He's doing Pontius Pilates. Let's see, Last Supper peeps, Bunny Wabbit peeps, Unemployment peeps, Zombie Jesus peeps, Anise peeps, Harpo hair peeps. Trump 2,500 monthly insulin bill peeps, ham peeps. That's just fun to say, ham peeps.
I'm gonna give it to Gary because I want to try a
Ham
peep.
peep.
Ham flavored
Eggs
peeps.
from a bunny. Yeah, what could be more natural and less pagan-like? A Judas peeps. Die free, sugar free, make America healthy again. They're not doing that. Let's see, QFC peeps. I would actually chicken and waffles peeps. Now that.
Oh, those were good.
Yeah, those are good.
No, it was pancakes and syrup peeps.
Yes, they had those.
They didn't have chicken and waffles, right?
I wouldn't imagine
had
that
pancakes,
chicken.
yeah.
Well, you don't want the chicken flavor near your peeps. I don't
Last
think you
year
do.
they had kettle corn peeps. Those were good, but they lost out to Dr. Pepper peeps, which came back this year.
Undocumented alien. Funyuns, Hamburger, no White House egg hunt flavored peeps, toxic egg dye, $14 egg. That's funny.
That's right.
That's yeah. $14 egg peeps, says Ange. Ice, nothing says the rise of the savior like mass deportation. Isn't that right? Ice peeps, ladies and gentlemen.
Golden
Phone the
toilet
kids, wake the
peeps.
neighbors. Golden toilets. Oh Jesus Christ! All right, so who do you give that one
Well,
to?
Carrie and Ange both got
Okay.
a point in that round because I do what I want.
So here, you're going to set this one up. I'm going to get another beer.
Oh, okay. So,
You told me what this was about
so
earlier,
did you
and I've
guys
forgotten.
see? I know it's okay. You slept 2 hours. Okay. Did you guys see that that video and photo of that super ugly fish that looked like just a face with ugly teeth? It was what? Lanternfish, it was called, I guess. And also, so there was a news headline that went by this week. It was like the sighting of this super rare fish, plus the like a bunch of dolphins washed up on the shore in Australia. These are signs of the apocalypse. And I was like, oh, well, Stefan slept 2 hours because he has 2.5 hours because he has terrible insomnia.
Yeah, Stefan
Because
has
he's trying to quit the
sleeping pills because it's well past time that I do this, and I've never taken them for fun. I've never taken any fucking medication for fun, but now I'm having to quit all of them. So yes, I'm a zombie.
ChatGPT told him to quit the
I
sleep
told
aid.
it to put. I told it put the fear of God in me because I know I need to do this, right? Because the kind that I've been taking,
It was like,
the
stop right
antihistamine.
now or you're going to go crazy.
PSA: do not take antihistamines for sleep for any period of time because
It's
they're
like, don't take Tylenol PM. Don't take any of those for long term.
just don't fucking do it. Anyway, other signs of the apocalypse, ladies and gentlemen. What are some other signs of the apocalypse, if you will? Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-doop-doop-doo. I'm so glad that Ange and Fuzz are back and safe
And safe and not in the Gulf of America.
Not in Gulf of fucking America anymore. Yeah.
We tracked you though. We watched your location the whole time. You were over near Mexico some of the time, and you were over near I don't know geography.
Christina says 2 weeks of hell. Yeah, that's what I feel like I'm kind of in for that. I'm like, I very stupidly made plans tomorrow. We're going to go, there's a friend of ours who is just she's having a hard time. And we're like, well, so my mom and I are going to go hang out with her and some other people. And I kind of put the whole thing together because it just seemed like she was pretty low. And, and
A sign of the apocalypse is when Eric texts back.
yeah, exactly. That's how you know.
If you get a text back, you better run.
You better get right with God. Exactly. But yeah, so I shouldn't have made plans for tomorrow and then also tried to quit sleeping pills. But here we are. So yeah, so I think it really is just, at this point, I just got to rip the fucking Band-Aid off. I don't think there's any other way around this.
I mean, we both cold turkeyed off of benzos. It can't be worse than that.
And that was another thing. I wish that I had at least enjoyed the benzos, right? I mean, people do. I mean, Betty Ford had a whole clinic about it. Booze and pills. Betty's booze and pills quitting hut, I think, was what the subtitle for that was. And I think she had a great time with her benzodiazepines and gin. I did not. I never had a good time with it, and yet, so it felt it made my life bearable. That's what it ultimately did for many, many years.
The three horsemen show up looking for their friends. Hi, have you seen my friends?
Yeah, exactly. They're looking for the other two guys, right? Let's see. Eric texts back, the smell of napalm in the morning. Last November's election day was a sign of the apocalypse. Well, honestly, ever since he came down that fucking escalator. The punk rock and folk music scene is awesome right now. Is that a sign of the apocalypse?
Well, it's the counterculture scene, right?
Sure.
Things are so bad that music
Generally
is great.
speaking, these things tend to go on a Laffer curve kind of continuum where when the economy is bad, culture is fucking great, and vice versa. When the economy is really good and culture is kind of crap.
Christina says her schizophrenics are making some good points.
Hey, okay, good.
That's the.
I couldn't do that job for the simple reason that I'd be afraid it would get off. It would rub off on me. I'd be like, oh no. Maybe they have a point, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'd be like.
Wait a minute.
Hang on.
Oh, you're making a good point there.
You're actually making a really good point. Maybe I should. And again, do you have any
Am I
extra
okay? Am I okay?
tinfoil? Yeah.
Okay.
Here, let me. I'll wrap up with you. Angela loses her finger. America becomes a Russian ally. Well, here we are. The Pope is in critical condition, and we hope he recovers because a new Pope would be bad. Yes, we like.
Oh, Kathy says upside down landings. How close are you to never flying again?
No, I'm going to keep flying.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to keep flying because it's a numbers game. 100,000 flights take off and land safely every
But
single
your
day.
mom just said 5 airline crashes in a month.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still a numbers game. It's still a numbers game. I mean, you're taking a much bigger chance every time you get behind the wheel of an automobile, and that's a fact. Let's see,
Eric
4
says
years.
all newborns are gingers. Better watch out.
4 years of the new administration, Antichrist Trump, aka King Trump. Let's see, the year-long month so far. Let's see, leap year, the hilarious projections on the back of Cybertrucks, upside down landings, the Daily Sunrise, all newborns are ginger, 5 airline crashes a month, Euro talk. Oh God, how am I going to choose? You guys all made some incredible answers here. I think I'm going to have to go with Kathy for upside down landings. Yeah, amongst other things. Pow.
Okay, we're trying to make an effort to make the show an hour.
Oh yeah,
which ends in 5 minutes. So,
okay, well, we don't have to do 15 tonight. We don't have to do 15.
No. We
or
can.
we'll zip through it because now we're on to the boom boom round. Okay, so here we go.
I was going to say, here's the speed round.
Here's the speed round. So the Oscars are coming up, as you well know.
How Oscars
coming up are they? How coming up are they? Well, you guys, my documentary Blank was nominated for an Oscar. My documentary entitled Blank was just nominated for an Oscar. Very, very exciting. And it seems like the more obscure, I don't know if you've noticed this, the more obscure the Oscar, the longer the fucking speech. Have you noticed this? Oh, fucking, animated short, and it's like, hey, come on, nobody cares. Wrap it up.
Yeah,
Who are you? Get off the stage.
Who are you?
Such an asshole. That's a terrible thing to say.
I know. They work so hard to get there. I know.
It's the most important, honestly, it's the most important moment of their lives, and it's not like, fucking Kate Winslet's going to be back.
No,
She'll be back.
Right.
I don't know.
Although, I tell you, I'm going to quit watching if Honora gets the Academy Award.
I'm not going to watch
because
because
was bad, and
it's
I
the
will
I will die on that fucking hill.
Absolutely not.
By the way, this is very, very funny. I was on a flight very recently, and they have the back seat entertainment, and you can choose a number of different options in television and films and things like that. Now, I had always assumed that there was some sort of visual standard for the films, given that you're sort of in a semi-public environment, right? I mean, it's a private airline, but it's not a private airline. It's you're flying with other members of the public and children. And I look over at my neighbor, and there's like Kate Winslet's tits just hanging out on the screen. And by the way, sweet rat Kate, still looking fabulous at our age. Really doing great work. But I was very, very surprised because I had always thought I had never seen that in an airplane before. Now this was a transatlantic flight, so maybe that the standards are different. I have no idea. Would that have surprised you? If you're on a plane and you're watching your thing, I might have actually been watching South Park, which it still has its moments. And then I look over and there's Kate's boobs. So
I mean, is it Kate's recent boobs or?
There was a film called
Titanic
Lee Miller. No, not Kate's Titanic was. Lee Miller was the name of the film. I think it's probably about maybe 3 or 4 years old. So recent vintage Kate boobs. Let's see. My documentary Blank was just nominated for an Oscar. David Tennant, the hero we didn't know we needed, says Kathy. Lori's Ditch. Elon, Father of the Year. My Pornhub education. Fellas, we've all had one. I want to thank God, says Sana. Get your wife's name out your mouth. Let's see. The Land Beyond the Last Fuck. That shit's broke. McConnell, the downfall of a turtle-faced Nosferatu. My bejeweled dildo collection, says my mom. Just stop it now. My wife's, oh boy, can't say that.
I don't even know.
Get canceled.
But
you can read Eric's answer if you choose to.
I'm going to give it to Eric for all of those. My documentary, not a winner.
I shot on the red carpet. True words of X, shush your mouth. You're not the president. Loro's Muffins, not a Carrie. Well, yes. Okay, so there we go. That's
shush your mouth. You're not the president.
Yeah. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy.
Boy, oh boy. Where are we all? Oh, wait. We had a meeting last week saying that we needed to all decide where we're moving. So where are we moving?
We're still working on this.
We're considering England. Does anyone know anyone?
We're thinking about the UK. We're thinking about the UK, which tells you a lot about where we're at right now because they're not that much better than we are, but they are. But they fucking are. Let's see, round number 11.
At least we can listen to the Smiths a lot, and it'll be gloomy there.
Listen, this might be TMI, but I've been much more regular since I added blank to my diet. I've been much more regular since I added blank to my diet. And my Oscar goes to Meryl Streep. Have you guys seen the meme of it's Meryl Streep's on-set chair? You know those director chairs that have the name of the person on it, and it's a picture of Meryl Streep's chair on set somewhere, and there's like a cat has climbed up onto it, and somebody took a picture of that, and underneath they wrote, "My God, she's good."
Is there anything she can't do?
Is there anything she can't do?
There is something she can't do. She was funny, but not super funny on Saturday Night Live.
What did she do? Yeah.
She was in the
alien abduction sketch. I mean, what are you going to do?
She laughed in the middle. Like, she's not as funny as, what is the girl's name?
Kate McKinnon.
She's not as funny as Kate McKinnon.
No, very few people are as funny as Kate McKinnon.
She's total commitment to the point where even Meryl Streep was like, I can't hang with this.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
It's too funny.
I know. That actually was a lot of fun. That show was fun. If you haven't watched it, it's available on YouTube. You can just select, the
50th
bits
anniversary show.
50th
I
anniversary
have to say,
show.
we laughed a bunch.
I did, actually. It was a lot of fun. My mom has been much more regular since she added Peeps to her diet.
No, she was good. She just wasn't Kate McKinnon good. You know?
Christina says her cousin has a large farmhouse on an island off of mainland Canada. Can we all come?
Okay.
Can we all come?
Okay, that sounds promising.
It sounds great.
Can we name it Only Show Is Dan?
I've been more regular. Exactly, I've been more regular since I added blank to my diet. New since the inauguration. So the news is making fuzz shit. Basically, Taco Bell, Carrie, refried beans, Fox News, kale. God, I hate kale. Bran, my freaking friends' leftovers. Pornhub, black coffee. Dear Lauro.
This is you.
Oh, this is me.
This is you.
Oh.
I wanted to say the other night we had taco night and we added Taco Bell flavored seasoning to the tacos.
Yeah, it was very.
And goddamn, was that salty?
It's very sodium forward. It was good, but it was a little salty.
So I was like, this is a big mistake. I never ate a lot of Taco Bell, so I don't know what that's supposed to taste like. I was like, is this saltiness on point?
Taco Bell. Horse meat, as they described it, was never really that salty. So I think they might need to tone that down.
It was real salty.
Very. My mom had a couple funny answers, including Eric. She added Eric to her diet. Now she's much more regular. Give it to my mom. Are we on to round number 12? Okay, zapping through. Hey, I'm still young. At least I can still blank. I'm still young. At least I can blank. That is the funny thing about being this particular age is that you are not young anymore, but you are neither old. You're just.
What's funny about this age is that we're old, but some people we know are older.
Oh yes, they are.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, sure, and some people.
You see people you go. Well, some people we know are dead.
I'm gonna peep me on this, guys. Yeah, exactly.
Of natural causes.
I have found that it is less troubling getting into middle age yourself than it is to observe the generation just below you getting into middle age.
Oh, that's right.
I've been hearing all of these millennials talking about getting into middle age. I'm like, oh, it's really happening now. I'm really old now.
Like, oh no, I'm the old man at the club now. You're like, oh.
But they are. I mean, the millennials, they are. You're the old man at the club now. You're a bunch of fucking graybeards like us. And now I realize, like, I'm one step removed from that. Ooh, that was chilling. Yeah, when I started to notice that happening, I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. And I saw on Reddit the other day, it was like, I happened to, scroll by some millennial, our millennials or whatever, and somebody was talking about, hi, I'm not a millennial, but I'm a Gen Z, but like, were the 90s and the 2000s really so much better of a time? And I'm like, wow. Yeah. They actually fucking were. Yeah. They really were.
I mean, it was a good time? The 80s.
The 80s was a great time, but particularly the Clinton era 90s is like we had it good back then. We had it really good. And everybody was like glued to their fucking phones and, Trump was still doing whatever the fuck he was doing. What do you got?
Eric's got it all. Eric's got, at least I can still find the bathroom, trust my farts, and get an erection.
Okay, there you go.
Wow. Good. It's the trifecta of manhood.
Yeah.
He's got it all.
I can still raise resistance fighters, says Christina. And well, you are. Get out of bed. Remember my birthday. Take 2 aspirin and call you in the morning. Spell my last name. Remember my Facebook password. Wake up with a pimple on my chin. Remember democracy. Exactly, yeah. Boogie downtown. Let's see. Remember all of the lyrics to American Pie. What's the ones about, Bob Dylan and the Rolling Stones, and Monica's blue dress. And remember all the lyrics to Paul Revere. Dear Lauro, this is you. Who had the funniest response?
Jeez, this is a lot. This is a lot. You know what? I'm gonna give it to Eric for his trifecta of manhood answer.
Very good.
Including trusting his own farts. Boogie down.
So you guys know that there are a number of different kung fu styles, right? So when you watch those old kung fu movies, there's like, somebody in with bad overdubbing. My drunk monkey style will defeat you, right? And so there's like that's where the Wu-Tang Clan got their name. Was like there's Wu-Tang style versus drunk monkey style. Anyway, my blank style kung fu will defeat you. What is your style of kung fu? My blank style kung fu will defeat you. Now you will pay. Now you will pay. I will avenge you. I will avenge my father.
That's almost one of the sketches that was in the Saturday Night Live 50th anniversary in memoriam, right?
Oh,
that is
dude.
a funny sketch where they go over all the sketches that they probably shouldn't have done.
All the sketches that
are in real poor taste
now.
that
were just they have not aged well.
Cultural appropriation, gay panic, just all these over the past 50 years. Like we've evolved a lot as a society, so
Well, the one that actually has aged the least well, and I'm pretty sure Julia Sweeney probably begged them, please don't include it, was Pat. Like that's the one.
Pat was not in the.
It wasn't even in that, and
even in the.
And I was thinking about that because she probably went to Lauren. Hey, Lauren, she's another one of those people from Washington State who has that Midwestern accent.
She wasn't in the 50th anniversary.
She wasn't, but I wonder if she actually went to them and said, please don't include anything from Pat. I think she feels weird about that. But there is something very strange that Lori and I have noticed, that people of a certain age who are from Washington State can have a little bit of a Midwestern twang to their voices. And Julia Sweeney's one of them. Our neighbor is one of them. David Lynch grew up in Spokane. He grew up in Spokane, and he has this kind of Midwestern thing to his voice, or he had this sort of Midwestern twang to his voice. It's weird, right?
Yes, I'm getting a visit from a dog here.
Oh, is she telling you it's time to go outside, or she's just...
Maybe she just wants to be on camera.
Oh, it's so cute.
What are we doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Lou with her hair.
Also, she's 12 years old now.
She's so spunky and spry for 12 years old. My blank style kung fu will defeat you. Limited range of motion kung fu, doggy style. My gives a fuck style, movie popcorn style, unagi. Oh, I could go for some sushi.
My don't touch me style kung fu.
My mom says in and out animal style kung fu. That's very funny, Mom. Physical therapy style. My friend referred to her husband going down on her as going downtown Julie Brown. You're welcome. That's very funny. My liberal woman style kung fu. I hope so, Kathy. You should be wielding that right now. My hamburger Pepsi. Cheeseburger Pepsi. No Coke Pepsi. My Karen style kung fu. Appropriated style kung fu. Doggy style kung fu. Uber style. I'm from Kathy's from Spokane. I did not realize that. Well, you don't have that accent. Couch, don't touch me style, beer style, Verizon style, drive-through dinner style, let's see, Comcast style, ouch, that hurt style, kung fu. This is round number 13. Oh gosh, Kathy had so many fucking amazing answers, but I think I'm gonna, I liked physical therapy, limited range of motion. Kathy had lots. Give it to Kathy. Yeah. Honestly, Kathy, that the codeine is doing wonders for your comedy. So you know what they say, you know what parents say. The first time is funny, the second time is annoying, the third time is blank. Oh, geez.
Oh, geez.
All right. There you go.
And she's gagging.
Oh God.
Boy.
Yeah. So also, what's really fun is when you pick her up like that, she will check her butt to see if her anals have released. If you own a dog, you know what we're talking about. And you want that to happen. It's that thing that smells like a kind of a rotten wharf smell.
I don't know why you're telling them this.
Well, because if you own a dog, you'll know about this. And you want that to happen because if it doesn't, your vet will instruct you. They'll say, "Here's some rubber gloves.
No.
Go in there and express the anal glands for your dog." That's the reason why dogs drag their asses across the carpet.
Absolutely.
Is because they're trying to get their anal glands to express. Did you know? The more you know.
Third time is the butt.
Third time is the butt.
Check the butt.
Check the butt. Yeah. Okay. You get a diet nap.
The more you know.
Oh my freaking God! How are we doing? How are we doing on time?
How are we doing on time? It is 9:09, and we're on number 14.
Zippity zapping. Okay. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom.
Dip, dip. Third time is the crocodile tube.
My mom's gonna turn the exactly. Yeah, kid. You do that again, you're gonna put in the crock tube. Let's see. So this is you, dear Laurel. Who had the funniest response? The first time is funny. Second time is annoying. Third time is the butt. You get a dirt nap. All my gray hair.
Third time's the butt.
Let's see. The charm. A doctor visit before the fourth time. I'm gonna turn this car around. Who had the funniest response? Why all the rush?
Third time's the butt.
Oh, we're not rushing. I'm falling asleep.
Oh, he's gonna fall asleep. Yeah.
Fuck around and find out. That's exactly right. A meeting with the dean, says Kathy. Who had the funniest response?
It's Eric with the butt.
The butt. Doing the butt. A 2-hour only show, 5th anniversary special.
I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Sometimes we have it. I would say it's me. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, the show goes on for so long. People don't want to watch that.
Yeah.
So we try to keep it to an hour, and it's fun and funny. But mostly it's because you slept 2.5 hours.
Mostly it is.
You're going to run out of gas at some point. You're going to be like,
going to.
Bam!
Going to.
And then he's going to fall over. Yeah.
Let's see. The third time is don't force it. Yeah, that was my dad's motto. Did you read the directions?
The third time is a lawsuit.
Exactly. Read the directions and don't force anything, said Jim Cox. So round number 15. After a long day, I like to unwind with a nice blank. After a long, hard day, I like to unwind with a nice blank. How do you like to unwind?
Because we want more.
We want
I don't know.
more.
The longer you go on, the more you're like, I might be asleep right now. I don't know.
I think Eric wore his best Carrie-made funny pants tonight.
Are they made of leather? Are they Jim Morrison style?
They could be. Stand up on their own.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Rapel? What happened to our buddy Rapel?
I don't know. I
What
sent
happened to Ray? What happened to Ray?
Third time is downtown Julie Brown. You know what's funny? We know someone named Julie.
We do. We actually knew a girl named Julia Brown. Yeah, and enough said about that. Yeah. Because they say if you can't say something nice.
I used to know someone named Julie.
Exactly. You can't say something nice and don't say anything at all.
That's fine. She was perfectly nice.
Perfectly nice. After a long day, I like to unwind with a nice only show.
She was.
It's a good pander, kid. I like that.
Oh, is he really at a Stanford sporting event?
He probably is.
Wow.
Let's see. Kathy said she likes to unwind with a nice migraine. A nice Loro, says my mom. Let's see. Democracy. Let's see. A freshly charged shower head. Let's see. The new haircut style from Costco. Do they? Oh, right. Sure. Yeah, of course. Maybe that guy got his haircut at Costco.
At Costco.
Right. Let's see. The PBBJ. A visit to Jan's collection. Hello.
Scott
Eric
said PBBJ.
Eric
too.
also said PBBJ. Chianti. Noise complaint. I got to give it to Kathy for migraine. That was a fucking brilliant answer. All right. I don't have it inside of me to write a story, to write a song off the top of my head. So we're gonna pick a video at random.
Oh my God! Why have you never written a song about that clown?
I don't. That's actually a really good question.
No, I mean for the future. Like, why don't you write a song about? Why don't you write a Harpo song?
I don't know.
And then we could have someone play it for Harpo.
That's actually that's a good idea. All right, you're gonna tally. Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna spin the wheel at random.
Okay.
Close the book or turn the page, whatever cliche for this shitty age. I have a feeling that we're gonna be inside for another year. So break the games out, games galore, games you never played before. But if you want us to keep score, we don't do that anymore. learned our lesson and learned it good. Truth and lies misunderstood. Stefan thought that it meant you should get a point each time you lied. Or the time when we came to see we only ever play 2:15 when a tiebreaker should be round 16. So we don't go there anymore. We just don't go there anymore. You know my brain, how I thought it was ruined when we try to keep score on Name That Tune, yeah. So come and play for another year. Don't you shed a single tear. Just know that this much is clear. We don't keep score anymore. No, we don't keep score anymore. You can keep your own damn score. Cause we don't do that anymore.
Technically, that song was playing while I was tallying the
While
score.
she was tallying the score. That is ironic. That is ironic in the extreme.
Why does that happen?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what happened.
We have like a 5-way
Ange,
tie.
Kathy, Jan, and Eric all got 3 points.
All right. Okay. So you know how this goes.
How does this go?
This basically goes. We're going to have a tiebreaker, and anybody can fucking win because that's how this game is played.
Round 16.
It should be right.
Is.
It is. It's actually round 16.
is.
I never thought I'd get so old that I would have to wear blank. I never thought I'd get so old that I would have to wear blank. Plaid, maybe. I don't wear plaid pants, golf pants. Never thought I'd get so old that I'd have to wear blank.
I got a sports bra that also acts as like a posture corrector.
Yeah, I
Like
saw
it-
that. I saw you.
It's like
How's
a
that working?
shirt. Yeah, no, it actually Taylor Swift has one.
Does it
It's-
work?
Goes, yeah, it's like pulls your shoulders back. I'm like, that can't be right.
Can I wear one?
Sure.
Your posture's actually better than mine.
My posture's not bad, but it's like when your neck hurts all the time, you're like, wait, I should probably be correcting my posture, right? So
Christina says, never thought I'd have to wear my smile as an umbrella. Yeah.
a Speedo to the beach. Carrie, you're wearing a Speedo? Charge it.
I should learn how to play this thing. One of these days, I will.
So I was at Walmart today. Buying Peeps, like you do.
Yeah, as one
And
does.
there was an older woman there, and she had a whole cart full of Depends.
Okay.
And she was just
good.
fine.
Good. Fuck yeah. Absolutely right.
right.
Yeah.
She didn't care if you look at She didn't care.
I don't care, honestly.
She's like, this is what I'm buying.
Exactly.
And this is where I can get it for cheaper. What the fuck do I care about you? She didn't care.
Like shoes while doing science. Oxygen with my condoms. Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Are you getting like condoms filled with oxygen? Kind of just gonna inhale those. Let's see. Kids hand-me-downs, shoes while doing science, my political affiliation on my sleeve. Listen,
Isn't it obvious?
yeah, I don't think even just like you look at these glasses, like these are not Republican frames, right? And here's the thing. Like, I was talking to, who was I talking about this the other day? MAGA men are always like, I don't care about fashion, man. I just throw whatever on. I'm like, oh, is that why you wear the exact same thing as all your fucking buddies? You wear your fucking camo hoodie and your wraparound shades and your fucking, ball cap and your cargo shorts. Yeah. You don't care about fashion at all. Nah,
You
not
don't
at all. Homosociality, it's called. Look it up. Let's see, my life alert. My naked nudie in the gym locker room. White before Labor Day. A mask. All right, let's vote. Who had the funniest response to? I never thought I'd get so old that I have to wear blank.
It's so funny. I saw a person with a mask today in the grocery store, and I was like, that person has COVID. It's the opposite now.
My mom just came through with corrective MAGA hat. That's fucking funny. It's like a brace. Yeah. I'm sorry, you were saying?
Oh, I know. I saw a person in the grocery store, in Walmart, actually, with
Yeah.
a mask, and I was like, oh, that person has COVID.
Yeah.
Like, it's the opposite now, right?
Yeah.
We were all wearing it to try not to get COVID, and now the only reason you wear a mask is to try not
Well,
to
you would
spread
like
the
to
COVID.
think so, that, you know, somebody who has, like, on the same flight, there was a woman behind me who was like barfing up a lung all the way home, and I'm like, girl, put on a fucking mask. What? I don't understand the disconnect. And so, like, it's socially acceptable. I was wearing a mask. It's socially acceptable now to wear masks in public if you're sick. So just, people.
Oh, the other thing is, a person walked by me in Walmart, and they coughed, and they were coughing the whole time they were walking by. So I'm gonna die.
Oh, is that right? Okay, well, good. I'm glad that we've been spending all this time in the studio,
So I
in
just
an
wanted to
airtight
warn you.
studio together. Fabulous.
I
Good night,
have
everybody.
something.
Yeah.
So, I'm not saying I have something.
Kathy says she'd never get so old that she'd have to wear herself out trying to figure out where to flee. Dear Laura, who had the most upvotes?
Well, I'm gonna just tell you something.
Tell me something.
There was a tie, but now Ange has won with I never thought I'd get so old that I'd have to wear shoes while doing science.
Hey, there you go. Okay, good. That is a fabulous callback. Kids, oh my goodness.
You will be receiving some
You're gonna be,
cookies
some
and cream
cookies
flavored
and cream
peeps in the mail.
They're quite good. They're
Give
quite
them
good.
to your child if you don't want them yourself.
Actually, what would make them even better is if you like shaved some chocolate chips over them, so you actually got the flavor of the chocolate. That was what I was missing with those.
By the way, peeps are very good if you microwave them.
You need-
1
yeah.
minute at 50% power.
And Mom, by the way, pro tip, because I think I gave you some churro peeps. If you put them at 50% power for how long?
1 minute, 50% power.
And you let them shrink all the way
They
down.
blow up,
If
and then they shrink down. They're so good.
And then when they are when they cool afterwards, they're like little meringues. Oh, you tear them. Oh, it's so delicious. It's a snacking sensation. Is what it is.
Oh, and now Eric has 4 points too, so he'll also.
Eric
be getting
also
some
will.
peeps.
Okay, so.
That's all right. I have enough peeps for everyone. Listen.
Oh,
drove all the way to
kids.
Walmart.
Oh, my God. Okay, I made it. I made it. How about that? Good job, me.
made it.
Good
You
job,
made
me.
it.
I get a pat on the back. All right. Yeah, so I guess same bat time, same bat channel.
So I guess
I'm
we'll-
not making any plans for the next couple of weeks. We're doing this. My mom and I are going to do this thing tomorrow for this
Christina
friend of
said
ours.
it takes 2 weeks.
Right. So, yeah. So I'm doing this thing for my friend tomorrow, and then after that, I'm not making any fucking plans. You'll see me next week. Ideally, I'll be in a little bit better of a mindset. Yeah. Okay, now go to sleep, says Mom. Exactly.
Now go to sleep.
Do you have any final words, dear Laura?
No,
we sign off for the night?
now go to sleep.
And now go to
That's
sleep.
the final wisdom from your mother.
Thank you. Well, listen, when your mother tells you,
That's right. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you,
welcome
kids.
back, Ange and Fuzz.
Ange and Fuzz, welcome back. We've
Welcome
missed
back
you.
from the Gulf of America.
The Gulf of America, whether you've just been on a cruise through the Gulf of America.
How was the Gulf of America?
Yeah. All right, kids, we'll see you next week.